Welcome to PowerShell series. In this video, we are going to be learn host-related commandlets and what is the syntax of host-related commandlets and how to use that. Let's open the PowerShell to understand the host-related command. So now this is my PowerShell's interface. Here, first we have to be see how many commands is available in PowerShell host-related. To see that, we have an helping command that is a get hyphen command, right? And then you can type noun, right? And noun is an host. And now you can see these are the host related command. Before the moving ahead, we have to be understand the first features of the PowerShell command, that is a tab completion. Tab completion means if you want to be complete the command and script very well by typing a partial information. How to use that? For example, get hyphen co. So I have not write a full command. I have write here partial. When you press tab button on a keyboard, it will complete. Now you can see if you press again, it will show you another command which is related to typing partial information. Now you can see computer and all that. These are how let's try to understand the write hyphen host command. Write hyphen host and press tab key button and hit enter. So it is not doing anything. So let's try to understand in detail write hyphen host how to use this. If you are newer to any command, you can take an help get hyphen help, then your command write host and show window. Hit enter. Now you can see this is the window. Here type syntax and you will see this is the syntax how to use this command, right? To understand this command, let me copy in a text file first. Okay, and this is my text file and let me paste here. And now you can see here have a some bracket. So first I am trying to be remove this. Let me replace this bracket with empty all and this bracket replace. Okay, that's it. Now let's see. We'll try to understand this command in a two part or two section. First section is a base section, second is a input section, right? So now you can see after base there have an space in a input sections and base section, right? So input section, we will try to understand the input section. So users give this input data to base sections. So which kind of a data users can give, right? Users can give here different kind of a data like a string, integer, array, object, null, selection. These are the basic data type that users can put as a input to base section. To storing these data, we need a variable. Every variable is start with hyphen. You can identify here. Now you can see this is the variable which is starting with hyphen. But this is not variable. This is the variable because it is starting with hyphen. This is also variable because it is starting with hyphen, but this is not variable. Now you can see this is also variable, but this is not variable. This is variable, but this is not variable, right? And these are the some and another command which is basic. We'll understand this later. Just ignore it as of now. So we have understood the variable, right? You know, this command is a built-in PowerShell. Therefore, all variable is also built in. You can't be changed this name, but you can change the data, right? So which kind of a data? You know, these are the data that users can enter, right? So these variable we called as a parameter in a command let's, right? So we called here parameter. This variable is a parameter. So this is a parameters, and this is another parameter. This is third parameter, fourth parameter, five parameters. Here I have in questions. We need to be a write all parameter at a one time. Which one is a mandatory or which one is not mandatory? How you will get this information, right? So let's see. And we haven't taken window to understand. So now you can see every parameter detail. You can see detail. So there is a required. So required means if it is a true, means it is a mandatory. If it is not true, means it is not a mandatory. And positional, you can see it is a positional, means no, it's a named. If any object is a positional, then it will specify what is the position of that. Now you can see object's parameter is a positional, zero position, but it is not a required, right? And separator. So we'll understand these features one by one. Okay, so we'll follow this syntax. One more thing, in an input section, every parameter is separated by the space. Mark it this line. Okay, so there should be a space. But here one more thing, there have an object. What is this? Here user have to give the data, right? Which kind of a data? Object, string, array. So whatever data is user is giving you for the command, that is stored in this parameter, right? But between there should be a space, right? But here you can see which kind of a this background is, so it will take a console color. Foreground, it will also take a console color. We'll tell you how many console color is available. So how you can see that, we'll tell you also that. And no new line, there is an empty. You don't need to be give the data, right? You just keep empty this. And objects, here you have to give an object data structure, right? Separator, here you have also give as a object instead of a strings and integer. So let's try to understand that syntax. You know that write hyphen host and then space. I already told you between base sections and input section should be an space, right? So there is an space. After that, you can type hyphen, then some portion of your parameter. We can take help of tab completion feature, right? So objects, I'm going to use this and hit enter, right? And here you have to give your data, which kind of a data you are going to be give here. So I'm going to here give as a string like a hello world, right? And hit enter. So here I use only one parameter. I can use also another parameter, that is a coloring parameter, that is a foreground parameter, right? Here you can use foreground. Here having some colors of your console. So how you can see that, here you can type, there is a built-in colors. You just type your color name, which color you can pass here. Let me show you that also later. Here blue, right? Or yellow color, whatever color you want to be put for foreground color. So just hit enter, and now you can see the colors of your text has changed, right? And you can use another parameter if you want to, that is a background color. So it will use a background, and for example I'm going to use a red color. Hit enter. Now you can see the background color has changed, right? So as per your requirement, how many parameter you want to be a use as a input to your base section, right? And let me show you one more thing here. If I use right hyphen host and inverted comma and hello world, can I run like this instead of passing the name of your parameter in which we can pass that, right? So yes, we can write. Why we can write? Because this is a positional parameter, not a named parameter. If it is a named parameter, in that case you have to be specified their parameter name. If it is a parameter position 0, means it is treating as a 0 index. Okay. If any another parameter that is a positional parameter 1, in that case you have to be put another parameter for that, if that is accepting a integer, for example. So you have to be put like a 4. So it will store automatic in that parameter. It automatic detect, because these are the positional, right? So get hyphen help, write hyphen host, and hit enter. Now you can see here syntax. So we know that already. Okay. So here now you can see foreground color. These are the colors from that you can select, right? These are the color you can select for background. These are the color you can select from this. Apart from this, you can't be select any. Right hyphen host, and I'm going to use here as an array 2 comma 5 comma 6 comma 8, right? And here I'm going to use a separator, right? Separator. I'm going to use a like a here this separator. So it will separate your data. Now you can see it is separating via this, right? So this is the use of a separator, right? And let me show you one more thing instead of this. And now you can see this is my separator. Instead of a comma, you can use this separator, whatever you want to be using separator to separate your data, right? If you want to use it like this separator, so you can use this separator, right? This is the use of the separator. Let's understand the another commandlet of PowerShell, which is related to host, that is a get hyphen host, right? Get hyphen host. Let's try to see this. What is this? Now you can see console host. So this is information about your PowerShell. What is the versions, what is the cultures, right? Debugging is enabled or not, run space. This kind of information you can get through this. If you want to see more details and syntax, it is accepting some input data or not. So to see that, what you can do, you can take an help, get hyphen help, right? And what is the get hyphen host, right? Hit enter. Now you can see the syntax. It is using a only common parameter. It is not accepting another parameter. We will see this later common parameter, right? So it is not getting an input, right? As of now, let's try to see another host related command, that is a read, right? Instead of read, let me show you one more, that is a clear hyphen host, right? So if you don't know how to use, before that what you can do, get hyphen help to understand this syntax. So it is also accepting a common parameter, just ignore it and just use directly this. So let's use this clear hyphen host, right? I'm just using it. Now you can see the clear has, the screen has been clear, right? So this is the use whenever you need to be clear your screen, right? To clean your screen, you can use a clear hyphen host. Let's see another command, that is a read hyphen host. So read hyphen host will try to understand the syntax of this. So get hyphen help read hyphen host. I don't know how to use and what is the syntax this, right? So to understand this, you can take and help. Let's see, enter. Now you can see there is a parameter. So you can see here, this just ignore this common parameter, and this bracket you can ignore it, right? And this is two parameter you can use, prompt and input. You can pass here input as a object, and this is another parameter. It is not uh, accepting any data type, just you can use. So how to use, when to use, we'll try to see that. So let's try to follow this syntax. Okay, so read hyphen host, right? And then parameter, this, that is a prompt, right? And space, every parameter whatever you are using after that, that should be a space. I'm just using a, like a hi, for example, hi, I'm giving, I don't know what will happen after that, right? Just hit enter. So it is giving a, it is prompting you to enter some object kind of a data, right? So here I can type like a PowerShell tutorial, right? Hit enter. Now you can say it is printing that. So we can say read hyphen host is kind of an input function, right? Input. It will take an input, or after that it will print as it is whatever you type, right? This is the functionality of this read hyphen host. And let's understand the another features of this read hyphen host, that is a as a string, right? As a string, right? So when we use this as a string here, let me tell you here, enter, for example, enter, then. So as a string is used when you have to type your sensitive information. You don't want to be print as it is as you type in a text, right? In that case, you have to be used as a secure string parameter. Hit enter. Now you can type here your password, right? For example, I'm giving here this password. It is not visible to you, right? So hit enter. Now you can see it is not printing whatever I have typed here, right? Like this, I have typed here PowerShell tutorial, as it is, it has been printed here, but this time it is not printing, and you are not able to see that what I typed here, right? So this is the role of this read hyphen host command. One command is left, that is a get, that is a out hyphen host, that is a default command which is appended to every command to print your object, right? Out hyphen host, right? Let's see the syntax how to use this, right? Get hyphen help, right? And here you can type the name host, hit enter. Now you can see host, then paging parameter is using as an input object, it is using a ps object and some another thing, right? So pagings, why we use pagings? Whenever you have a lengthy data, so you can divide your data into a page to see your data, right? So here input objects, you just have to type here input data, it will do that. Let's try to do how it is behaving. Out hyphen host, then input object, then here space and put here like a hello, hit enter. Now it is behaving like a right host, right? So